Because of the following special program, Barnaby Jones will not be presented this evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Australia, the Century Collection of fine television entertainment presents Glen Campbell, Down Home, Down Under. With 10 guests, Sherbet, Dylan Boyd, John Meillon, shock feeder Bill Foster, and then special guest star Olivia Newton-John. Tonight's special program is being brought to you by Century Insurance and the thousands of men and women who make Century what it is. A big insurance company that doesn't act like a big insurance company.
Well, here I am, 12,638 miles from Delight, Arkansas. And for some strange reason, I feel right at home. Maybe not so strange, though, really, when you come to think of it. Australia has the same kind of beautiful, wide-open country, and they've even got a grand old opera house right here in Sydney. And if you love boats the way I do, there's no place like Sydney Harbor. Now, you talk about busy. They say on weekends that you can hardly see the water around here for the sailboats. And I'm always impressed by the easy way of life here. It happens to me every time I come back.
I've spent some of the happiest years of my life here. My family came to Australia when I was 6. I went to school in this country, saw my first kangaroo here, and fell off my first surfboard. I've been out in the world for some time now, but no matter where I am, I still think of Australia as home. I always feel comfortable here.
You know, there's a lot of activity all the time. Football fields, racetracks, tennis courts, golf courses. No matter which way you turn your head, there always seems to be some kind of sporting activity going on. And I like that.
I like the independent spirit of Australia.
I like the ladies of Australia.
I like the happy-go-lucky feeling of Australia.
I like the ladies of Australia.
And I like the legends of Australia. I heard one the other day that says if you walk backwards 6 paces at high noon in front of the Sydney Opera House,
you will bump into a most attractive member of the opposite sex. Now, I don't think there's any truth to it.
but it makes for a nice story.
Olivia Newton-John?
Glen Travis Campbell.
Ah, you mean I had to come over 12,000 miles to get somebody to reveal my middle name?
Oh, I think it's a lovely name. In fact, I think I'm going to call you that. Travis.
Suit yourself, Newton.
All right, I can take a hint. Tell me, Glenn, how you getting on here?
Oh, real bonzer.
Real bonzer. Golly, you catch on fast.
Well, why not? You know, Olivia, there's really a lot of similarities between Americans and Australians.
Yeah, but it's a little bit topsy-turvy, don't you think? I mean, our summers are your winters, and when it's spring in Wagga Wagga, it's autumn in New York.
That's confusing, though. How do you know when baseball season starts?
Oh, that's simple. You just watch for people playing football, and that's the baseball season.
Oh.
It's really quite simple, Glenn, though, really. It's to do with the equinox.
Ah, the equinox.
Yeah, you know. All you have to remember that down under, our day is your night, and your night is our day.
Well, I guess I'll get used to it. But day or night, winter, summer, and all that stuff, you know what's the difference, Olivia? People are people. And thank goodness a girl is still a girl.
And a boy is still a boy, even if he is 12,000 miles away from home.
Yeah, but I got the most beautiful guide a man could ever ask for. How about it? You and me against the equinox.
Okay.
Super.
Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the one you love and hold him tight. So happy together. You should call me up in just the time, and you say Me and you, and you and me. No matter how they toss the dice, it has to be. The only one for me is you.
And you for me.
So happy together. Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the one you love and hold him tight. So happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're near me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life. Me and you and me. No matter how they toss the dice, it has to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me. So happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're near me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life. For all my life. For all my life. For all my life. We'll be happy together. We'll be happy together.
What do you think a big insurance company is like? Cold and calculating? A computerized world that's got your number? Maybe some insurance companies are like that, but not all of them. A company picnic. Not exactly what you'd expect at one of America's biggest insurance companies. But it's been an annual event at Century Insurance for over 25 years. Of course, Century was a lot smaller in those days. But even today, just about everyone in the Century family knows everyone else and cares about everyone else. That's probably why our policyholders get such good service. Because we still think of every customer as a neighbor and a friend, not just a name on a computer card. Say, we're not knocking computers. We've got plenty of them. But at Century, it's people who make the difference. It's someone like Jackie Fletcher who helps you settle your claim faster. It's Ed Kale, who reminds you when it's time to renew your homeowner's policy. It's Mary Dalkey, who makes sure we don't send you a bill for something you've already paid. Well, sure, we've got computers, but people, friendly, helpful people, are still running Century. We're the kind of company where the chairman of the board calls just about everyone by his first name, and where every employee has that wonderful way of working hard to make things better for all of Century's customers. Century Insurance. We're a big company, but our people don't act that way.
A big insurance company doesn't have to act like a big insurance company. That's Century's policy.
Out here in the bush, you begin to understand how it must have been for those first settlers back in the 1790s. In those early years, their new home must have seemed pretty rugged to them, and the wildlife, pretty wild. Oh, hello there, cowboy. Where did he hop in from?
That's Thumper. He's a wallaby, sort of a compact kangaroo. He's been my friend for years. It's one of the family.
Well, hello there, Thumper Newton-John. You know, Olivia, out here, it's a whole different Australia.
Yeah, well, I suppose in 3 million square miles, we've got room for quite a few Australias.
Yes, I guess you do. You know, making a beginning in this place must have been a lot like opening up the Old West.
Yeah, and I think it was that tough start that gave Australia its spirit, you know. We have a saying down here, fair go. Give a person a fair go, they say. We have a great respect for individuality. Thumper, will you stop that?
Now, give him a fair go, Olivia.
Okay, point taken. As I said, we have great respect for individuality.
Oh.
Sometimes.
Well, we do too sometimes.
Yeah, but you made heroes out of people like Billy the Kid and Jesse James.
Okay, now, you had some bush rangers named Ned Kelly and Jack Doolan. They weren't exactly church deacons.
What do you know about Jack Doolan?
Oh, well, we traveled down the same roads the Americans did, you know. The early hard life, clearing the land. Endless hard work, no wonder they made heroes out of the ones who wanted to break away and get away from the daily grind.
His of a wild colonial boy, Jack Doolan was his name. Poor but honest parents, he was born in Castlemaine. He was his father's only hope, his mother's only joy. And dearly did his parents love the wild colonial boy. He was scarcely 16 years of age when he left his father's home. And through Australia's sunny clime, a bush ranger did roam. He robbed those wealthy squatters, their stock he did destroy. And a terror to Australia was the wild colonial boy. So come, all you hearties, let's roam the mountains high. Together we will plunder, together we will die. We'll wander over valleys and gallop over plains, and scorn to live in slavery, bound down with iron chains. In 61, this daring youth commenced his wild career. With a heart that knew no danger, no foeman did he fear. He stuck up the beechwood mailcoat and robbed Judge McElvoy, who trembled and gave up his gold to the wild colonial boy. So come, all you hearties, let's roam the mountain high. Together we will plunder, together we will die. We'll wander over valleys and gallop over the plains, and scorn to live in slavery, bound down with iron chains. One day as he was riding the mountainside alone, listening to the little birds, their pleasant laughing song, three mounted troopers rode along, Kelly Davis and Fitzroy. They thought that they would capture him, the wild colonial boy. Surrender now, Jack Doolan, you see there's 3 to 1. Surrender now, Jack Doolan, you daring highwayman. He drew a pistol from his belt and shook the little toy. I'll fight but not surrender, said the wild colonial boy. He fired at Trooper Kelly and brought him to the ground, and in return from Davis received a mortal wound. All shattered through the jaws he lay, still firing at Fitzroy. And that's the way they captured him, the wild colonial boy. So come, all the hearties, let's roam the mountain high. Together we will wander, together we will die. We'll wander over valleys and gallop over plains, and scorn to live in slavery, in iron chains. Look at what's coming. That's a real Australian swagman. Probably a lot like the one they sing about in Waltz and Matilda.
Hi there, Jolly Swagman. You want any job today?
Nope, sorry.
That's a relief. That's quite a hat you got there. What are all the corks for? Oh, that's to keep the flies out. You see, down here, if a man doesn't have corks around his hat, they think he's a bit of a nong.
A bit of a nong?
Yeah, you know, gig, galah.
Yeah, got it. Galah. Says here it's some sort of parrot.
You're right. It's absolutely right. You see, and I have never seen a parrot yet with the sense to put corks right round his hat. How long have you been out back?
Out back?
Yeah, you know, down here in Australia, amidst the flies without corks.
Oh, I've been down here many times. I love the place. But something that I'd like to know that's not in the book is this lady that y'all keep waltzing around with, Matilda. Who is she?
Who is she?
Yeah.
Stone the Crow's Matilda is not a she, mate. Matilda's your swag.
Oh.
It's your blanket.
Your blanket?
Yeah.
Now, you got to admit that Matilda's a pretty dumb name for a blanket.
Well, what do you call your blanket?
Oh, don't call them a blanket anything. Call them a pillowcase, Peggy Sue.
Yeah. Well, now, listen, if you want to understand waltzing Matilda, I'll give you the drum, right?
All right.
Okay. Once a jolly swagman camped by a billabong. And
What's a billabong?
well, a billabong's it's got two sides. One's a biller.
And the other's your bong.
You're right. Under the shade of a coolabah tree, and he sang as he watched and waited till his billy, domestic utensil used for making tea, boiled. You come a waltzing Matilda with me. Got the picture?
Yeah.
Down came a jumbuck. I know you're going to ask that sheep. To drink at the water hole. Up jumped the swagman and grabbed him with glee. And he sang as he watched, and something, you'll come a waltzing Matilda with me.
No, thanks.
Well, I better shoot through. Hooroo, Glen. Don't take any crook zacks.
Yeah, and you come back and see us real soon. And don't you take any wooden nickels.
Wooden nickels?
I just changed the insurance on my car. Went with Century Insurance. Want to know why? Just listen to my old policy. And I quote, "The company shall defend any suit alleging such bodily injury or property damage and seeking damages which are payable under the terms of this policy, even if any of the allegations of the suit are groundless, false, or fraudulent." Unquote. You gotta be a lawyer to understand that, and I'm not. But now listen to how Century put that same thing into plain talk. If you're sued by someone for damages because of a car accident, even if the accusations aren't true, we'll defend you. Hire and pay a lawyer and pay all defense costs. The plain talk car policy, developed exclusively by Century Insurance. I like it. Now I know what I'm paying for.
A big insurance company doesn't have to act like a big insurance company. That's Century's policy.
Well, Thumper, this is another fine mess you got us into. We're lost. You know that? Now, let me see. I face north. The sun rises in the east and it sets in the west. Then, well, north is this way because everything down here is reversed, right? Let me see. If I went that way, we'd run into the Great Barrier Reef. If we went this way, we'd run into the heart of Australia and the great monolith known as Ayers Rock. If we go... see, north, south. If we go this way, we run into Melbourne. Right, that's the Queen City of the South. I always have been partial to the South. You know that? Yeah, it's got them plantations, them weeping willows, and them good-looking southern bells. Would you like that? I think we'll head south, okay? Come on. Well, come on. Thumper.
Alas, my love, you do me wrong to cast me off discourteously, and I have loved you oh so long, delighting in your company. Green sleeves was all my joy. Green sleeves was my delight. Green sleeves was my heart of gold. And who but my lady Green sleeves? If you intend to joy. Green sleeves was my delight. Green sleeves was my heart of gold. And who was my lady? Green sleeves. Green sleeves now, farewell, adieu. God, I pray will prosper thee, for I am still thy lover true. Come once again and love me. Green sleeves was all my joy. Green sleeves was my delight. Green sleeves was my heart of gold. And who but my lady? Green sleeves. Put another log on the fire. Cook me up some bacon and some beans. And go out to the car and change tires. Wash my socks and sew my old blue jeans. Come on, baby, you can fill my pipe. And then go fetch my slippers. And boil me up another pot of tea. And put another log on the fire, babe. Come and tell me why you're leaving me. And don't I let you wash the car off someday? Don't I warn you when you're getting fat? Oh yeah. And ain't I gonna take you fishing with me someday? But a man can love a woman more than that. And ain't I always nice to your big sister? And don't I take her driving every night? So sit here at my feet, 'cause I like you and you're sweet. Yeah. And you know it ain't feminine to fight. So put another log on the fire. Cook me up some bacon and some beans. And go out to the car and lift it up and change the tire. Wash my socks and sew my old blue jeans. Come on, baby, you can fill my pipe. And then go fetch my slippers. And boil me up another pot of tea. Then put another log on the fire, babe. Come and tell me why you're leaving me. Let's do it one more time. Put another log on the fire, babe. Come and tell me why you're leaving me.
Yeah, this is fun out here. I'm surrounded here by a couple of the finest singers and players on 2 continents, Bill and Boyd. Very good, guys. I've been lucky enough to have these guys on a concert tour over here in Australia and New Zealand also. That song we just did, that was a big hit for you guys down there, wasn't it?
It sure was, Glenn.
Yeah, that feels good, don't it? Now, where do you guys find your material?
Just reach out and there it is, Glenn. I mean, Australia's just full of good original country songs. Isn't that so, boy?
That's right, Bill. More good original Australian country songs, Glenn, than you can shake a stick at.
Is that so? You mean you have your own Australian country music, huh?
The best Australian country music in the world.
Not too many countries can say that.
Well, it sounds like real fun to me. I'd sure like to hear some of it.
Well, Bill, why don't we just dip into our golden treasury of authentic Australian country songs and see what we come up with?
Right, here's one that came along recently. Hardly noticed it. They're pretty thick on the ground.
Are they?
We think it might have something.
Well, I'm always interested in a new song. It sounds familiar to me.
Living in the city ain't never been my idea of getting it on. But the job demands that you make new plans before your big chance is gone.
I'll join in.
You get a house in the hills, you're paying everyone's bills, and they tell you that you're gonna go far. But in the back of my mind, I hear it time after time. Is that who you really are? Country boy, you got your feet in LA, but your mind's on Tennessee. Looking back, I can remember the time when I sang my song for free. Country boy, you got your feet in LA, take a look at everything at home. But now and then my heart keeps going, oh.
Real authentic Australian country, huh? We're taking a stick at it. Hey, I know one. Listen to this.
I've been walking these streets so long, singing the same old song. I know every crack in these dirty sidewalks of Broadway.
Why don't we join in?
Where hustle's the name of the game, and nice guys get washed away like the snow and the rain. There's been a load of compromising on the road to my horizon, but I'm gonna be where the lights are shining on me, like a rhinestone cowboy, riding out on a horse in a star-spangled rodeo, like a rhinestone cowboy, getting cards and letters from people I don't even know. Something's coming over the phone, like a rhinestone boy, riding out in a star-spangled rodeo, like a rhinestone boy, riding out in a star-spangled rodeo, like a rhinestone
Don't you hate to get letters written by some computer? I do. So I write longhand to our Century Insurance customers. And I use this, our Century Peoplegram. And look what it says on top. Excuse our informality, but in this age of computers, we think it's nice to hear from people once in a while. And you know what? I even get the nicest letters back. Like when we heard from a man named Johnson. Now, this particular Mr. Johnson didn't match with any of the Johnsons in our files. And we have 39 feet of Johnson files in the office. So we had to plow through 39 feet of files to find him. But we found him. Turns out the policy was really under his father's name, not his. Sure, the mistake made some extra work for us. But we understand. We're human, too.
A big insurance company doesn't have to act like a big insurance company. That's Century's policy.
Now, this is a familiar scene. It's sort of the camp you see whenever kids have country in their souls. Kids really love this place. But the question seems to be, how do you keep them down in the city after they've seen the farm? Now, I remember when I was a kid down home. I did all the chores myself, and I loved it, even if I nearly did ruin my picking finger. And work like this teaches a man how to be at home with the land and to always be able to look after himself. For instance, you never need starve if you have a boomerang, and Steve here is the man to show you how to throw one. He's really quite a guy. Besides working on the farm, he's an expert boomerang thrower. Steve has thrown the boomerang all over the world, and according to him, it's always come back. Hey, Steve.
Why?
Well, that looks like an ancient weapon. How long's the boomerang been around?
Been around for ages and ages.
That's wild. What did the Aborigine people use the boomerang for?
We use it for hunting animals and killing birds.
And what's the trick in getting it to come back to you?
Well, it's the shape of it and the way you throw it and allow for the wind to come back.
And it always comes back?
Yes.
Kind of like Stone Age Frisbee?
Yeah.
Well, you want to give us a demonstration?
Okay.
Okay, have a go at it. That's really something, Steve. You'd be in a lot of trouble if you tried to throw one of those things away, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I got to try this. Okay, how do you hold it now?
You hold it right there, near the end, and your thumb in the palm of your hand.
Okay.
And you sort of hold like that, and you flick it.
All right.
Throw it just an angle like that.
Yeah. Okay, doke. You got her. Okay, now you come back now, you hear? You must have taken the scenic route, Steve.
Is this yours?
Boy, that's some fantastic weapon, Steve. Brings the bird right back with it, huh? Thanks a lot, Steve.
Oh. You know, there's an old Australian song that explains your problem much more accurately than you seem to be able to throw it. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, but you ain't going to embarrass me in front of my buddies, are you?
I'm going to ask them to join in. You want to join in with me? His boomerang won't come back. His boomerang won't come back.
Well, I've waved the thing all over the place, and I've practiced till I was blue in the face. I'm a great disgrace to the Australian race. My boomerang won't come back.
No, his boomerang won't come back.
Well, I can ride a kangaroo.
Oh, yeah.
Make a kickajou stew.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm a great disgrace to the Australian race. My boomerang won't come back.
No.
My boomerang won't come back.
No.
My boomerang
won't come back. It's like a long way from your kindred and all. On campfire at night, with walking on coal. But there's nothing more lonesome, so morbid or drear.
and to stand in a barn of a pub with no beer.
Right.
Down under in the outback, you wait patiently. There are more sheep than people down under in the outback, so don't wait for me.
The outback is dry, in the sun how it bakes. You're pested by insects
And bitten by snakes.
They reckon it's the land that lives under a curse. And when I take a bit, I think of you, and that makes things worse. Down under in the outback, you wait patiently.
There are more sheep than people.
There are more sheep than people.
Down under in the outback.
Down under in the outback, so don't wait for me. Let me tell you of an interview with the no-man emu. He's got a beak and feathers and thinks the poor old fella ain't got no wings. He's so jealous of the wedge-tailed eagle, ooh-la-dee-la-da-da. While the eagle's flying round and round, he keeps 2 feet firmly on the ground. Now he can fly, but I'm telling you, he can run the pants off a kangaroo. Do-do-do-do-do-do. He can fly, but I'm telling you, he can run the pants off a kangaroo.
Well, he was the model for the 50 cents.
Oom-ba-dee-la-da-da.
Designer should have had more sense.
Oom-ba-dee-la-da-da.
If you'll take a look, I'll prove to you that he can run the pants off a kangaroo.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
He
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
can swoop and toss like an albatross.
Wait a little, I'll cockatoo. I can run the pants of a kangaroo. There's a moral to this ditty. Oh, my la-da-da. But he can't sing. Oh, the eagle on the wing.
Emu can't fly, but I'm telling you, he can run the pants off a kangaroo.
Tiny kangaroo down, oh, tiny kangaroo down. Tiny kangaroo down, oh, tiny kangaroo down. Watch me wallabies feeding, mate. Watch me wallabies feeding.
speed.
They're a dangerous breed, mate, so watch me wallabies feed. But keep me cockatoo-coo, girl.
Keep me cockatoo-coo. Don't go acting a fool, girl. Just keep me cockatoo-coo. Tiny kangaroo down, sport. Tiny kangaroo down. Tiny kangaroo down, sport. Tiny kangaroo down.
Tan me hide when I'm dead, red. Tan me hide when I'm dead.
They tanned his hide when he died, Clark. That's it, ain't no shit.
All together now.
Tiny kangaroo down, sport. Tiny kangaroo down. Tiny kangaroo down, sport.
Tiny kangaroo.
Keep me cockatoo, play a didgeridoo. Tiny kangaroo down. Tiny kangaroo down. Tiny kangaroo down. Keep me cockatoo.
Sharks? Where?
Why can't we have a song about sharks? They're Australian too.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they're hard to rhyme or something. But you know, there's a guy over at the harbor. He keeps sharks in a tank just like pets. Goes in the water, feeds them every day by hand. Well, his name is Bill Foster, and he's got all kinds of fish over there. Got giant stingrays and cute little old 700-pound turtles. Now, I probably wouldn't mind feeding one of them, but sharks, not even for a fin. Hey, Bill.
Hi, Glenn.
This your son, Steve?
Yes, it is.
How old are you, Steve?
I'm 15.
15. Oh, are you the only man in the world that feeds sharks by hand?
I think so. Certainly no other father and son anymore. I'll be doing lunch, because Dad did breakfast.
Well, it's nice to keep it in the family, huh?
Well, you have to. There's not many applications for this job. Well, show them why. It's mealtime now, and rule number 1 is we never keep a shark waiting.
And I certainly hope rule number 2 is never bite the hand that feeds you.
Right.
Can the sharks distinguish the feeder, say you and your son, from anyone else that's feeding them?
They can, but I don't think it's from looks. I think it's more from attitude.
Yeah. What type of sharks are these, Bill?
Gray nurse, but I think in America you'd call them ragged tooth or sand tigers.
Where do you get the sharks?
Well, we've got a couple of ways of getting them. One is the fishermen catch them accidentally, and the other one is we catch them deliberately.
Yeah. Is there such a thing as a man-eating shark?
There is, but the average person never sees it. That's Longimanus. He's the ocean shark that stays out there.
How come sharks get such bad publicity?
Well, I think basically people love gore, and so the newspapers play it up because there's nothing more gory than a shark chewing into a man.
Yeah. The sharks don't seem to be eating very well today.
No, it's the time of the year. The water temperature has dropped. See, basically these are warm water sharks. The water temperature there is very cold, so they're asleep.
Oh, I see. Well, they still got their eyes open, though.
Yeah, they do have them open, and they do see, even when they're asleep. You know, it's a funny thing. They'll veer off within about 2 feet of you. When they wake up, they'll suddenly see you and veer off. But they are, in fact, asleep.
Have you ever been bitten by a shark, Bill?
Yeah, 2 or 3 times. The large one in there, the 11'6" one, lady, she got me by the leg one time, and I've been bitten twice in the arm, and all 3 times was because of turtles.
Yeah. The turtles are dangerous, huh?
Yeah, they are. They're dangerous in themselves because they have a very powerful beak. They're dangerous in as much as they can shut your ear off by fouling up the hose lines, and they're more dangerous in as much as they'll push you into the jaws of a shark when you're trying to feed it.
You sound as though you really love those things, Bill.
Well, I certainly respect them. I think they're the most efficient killing machine on Earth.
Well, that's good enough for me. I noticed you got some food left in your pouch over there, and my friend Thumper here, he hasn't eaten yet. I wonder if you'd mind feeding him for me.
I'm sorry, no way. No, they're dangerous. They've been known to take a man's arm right off.
What, Thumper?
Oh, yeah, they're dangerous, yeah.
Oh, come on, give him a little food.
That's Jim Parker. He runs about the biggest electrical contracting firm around here, 125 employees. And you know, Jim's business grew because he did a good job for his customers. So when he needed life insurance, he looked around for a company that would do a good job for him. He knew Century Insurance, liked the way they handled the insurance on his business, but he didn't think of Century for life insurance. Then he found out Century has one of the fastest growing life companies in the business with over $2 billion of life insurance in force. So today,
Jim's Century coverage includes group life insurance for his firm, plus individual life policies on Jim and his wife. Maybe you wouldn't expect a company to take care of both your business and life insurance, but maybe you don't know Century.
A big insurance company doesn't have to act like a big insurance company. That's Century's policy.
Single record?
No, that was a song I used to sing at school. On this very stage, as a matter of fact.
You're so cute. I bet you got all the leads in the school plays, huh?
No, and actually the only part I ever played was of a codfish.
A codfish? Well, that's one way of learning your scales.
That joke was in the school play.
Was it really?
Yeah, until we cut it out.
Who is that up there on the stage?
That's Mrs. Burns, my old music teacher. Hi, Mrs. Burns. It's me, Olivia.
Speak up, child. I can hardly hear you.
Mrs. Burns, it's me, Olivia Newton-John.
That's better, child. You must project so that they can hear you in the back of the house.
That's what she was always telling me.
You're whispering again.
I'm sorry. This is Glen Campbell.
Howdy, Mrs. Burns.
There's no need to shout, young man. There's absolutely nothing wrong with my hearing.
Oh, sorry, ma'am.
Well, Olivia, it's nice to see you again. And I was just thinking of you the other day. She was the best codfish we ever had.
I can believe that.
Oh, my, you've turned into such a pretty girl. What are you doing with yourself these days?
Well, she sort of sings.
Ah, that's nice, Olivia. Keep it up. Practice makes perfect, you know.
That's what you always told me.
By the way, what happened to that dear little choir boy who sat next to you in class?
Darryl Braithwaite?
Ah, that was his name.
Darryl Braithwaite. The lead singer was Sherbet, the rock group?
Yes, he's doing very well.
Oh, he must be if he has his own choir.
Quite a choir.
Well, I must be off my bowling this afternoon.
Oh, is there an alley close by?
An alley.
Oh, he means a bowling alley. Oh. And then we have another kind of bowling here, too, where you bowl outside on the lawn.
Yes, it's lovely and healthy, with the fresh air filling your lungs. Great for the voice. You ought to try it, young man. I tell it to all my pupils.
Including Darryl Braithwaite?
Oh, yes, and I wouldn't be surprised if he passed the word on to his choir. What do you call them again? Ice cream?
No, Sherbet.
Oh, right. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Well, why don't you stop by? I must pop off now and pop in and see the bowling.
Children see life in a special way. Maybe we can learn what they say. The things don't look good, but I like it good, happy. When the going gets tough and it don't get tough, other things that you like. With your right against the wall, it don't get right. Okay. The man is the light that is hidden. Wait.
Terrific, Gerald Braithwaite. It's really nice to see you.
Olivia, welcome back. And you
Thank
look
you.
absolutely fantastic.
Oh, thanks very much. Glenn, this is Daryl. Glen Campbell.
Glen Travis Campbell?
Yes, thank you. Nice to meet you. Thanks a lot.
That's all right. You know, from being at school with you, I never dreamt that you'd be the leader of a rock group. You were such an angelic little choir boy.
Choir boy. Did she tell you about the part that she played as a codfish at school? You did.
Thanks very much. I was trying to forget that.
Daryl, you have a very nice group here.
Oh, thank you very much.
They're terrific, aren't they? You know, we're very lucky to have seen them today because all their concerts are sold out.
Well, I can believe that. In fact, you guys played so well on the greens here. How about coming over and playing my golf tournament next year?
Great, but why wait till next year? Why don't we tee off now and have a practice round?
Hey, that's fantastic with me. Let's tee it up.
I'll start it.
Wherever you go, wherever you may wander in your life,
Surely you know I'll always want to be there,
holding your hand and standing by to catch you when you fall.
seeing you through in everything you do. Let me be there in your morning, let me be there in your night. Let me change whatever's wrong and make it right. Let me take you through that wonderland that only two can share. All I ask you is let me be there.
Watching you grow
and going through the changes in your life. That's how I know I always want to be there. Whenever you feel you need a friend to lean on, here I am. Whenever you call, you know I'll be there. Let me be there in your morning, let me be there in your night. Let me change whatever's wrong and make it right. Let me take you through that wonderland that only two can share. All I ask you is let me be there. Let me be there in your morning. Let me be there in your night. Let me change whatever's wrong and make it right. Let me take you through that wonderland that only two can share. All I ask you is let me be there. All I ask you is let me be there. All I ask you is let me be there. All I ask you is let me be there. All I ask you is let me be there.
You know what I get a kick out of? Those stories about there being an auto accident, and 2 seconds later, the insurance adjuster is there with a check.
Look, I'm an insurance adjuster for Century Insurance. We're fast, but we're not that fast. Sure, we've got drive-in claim service and even phone-in. But Century thinks there's something even more important than being fast. being fair. Show you what I mean. See this bumper? Looks like you could straighten it right out. But look closer. The chrome is broken. That'll rust. The Century Adjuster's Manual says we don't do things halfway. I'm authorizing the garage to replace that bumper. Not that Century likes to throw money away, because it's our policyholders' money. On the other hand, it's our policyholders' bumper.
A big insurance company doesn't have to act like a big insurance company. That's Century's policy.
I will pass this way once, and if there's any good that I can do, let me do it now. For I'll never pass this way again. I will see this day but once. If there's any kindness I can show, let me show it now. For I'll never see this day again. Tomorrow may be too late, my friend, to do all the good that you planned. So reach out to those who need you and lend them a helping hand. I will know this world but once, and if there's any love that I can give, let me give it love. Oh Lord, please show me how. For I'll never know this world, and I'll never see this day. God knows I'll never pass this way again. Not
That was really beautiful, Ben.
Well, thank you.
But I hope that's not true.
That's not true.
That you'll never pass this way again. Because I hope you're going to come back and see us right soon, dear. This really has been a lovely way for Australia to celebrate the American Constitution.
Well, thank you, Olivia. It's really been a pleasure for me, too. And by the way, do you have anything in your swag that, well, it makes sure that a man returns to Australia?
Well, I have heard one that says you're going to return to Australia if a wallaby eats your passport.
Hey!
And I've heard another that says that if you sing a chorus of Waltzing Matilda at dusk, you'll come back as well.
Yeah, that sounds a lot better. You can see how well I've learned my lesson. Once a jolly swagman camped out by a billabong under the shade of a boulevard, and he sang as he watched and waited till his little boy, "You come a waltzing Matilda with me, waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, you come a waltzing Matilda with me." And he sang as he watched and waited to his Billy boy, "You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me, waltzing Matilda, waltzing
Tonight's presentation in the Century collection of fine television entertainment has been brought to you by the thousands of men and women who make Century what it is. A big insurance company that doesn't act like a big insurance company.
Enjoy a ringside seat as world lightweight king Roberto Duran of Panama defends his title against unbeaten challenger Lou Bizarro of Erie, Pennsylvania. Live on CBS this Sunday.